Hello, welcome back to my channel. I have another haul video. I had some stuff that I ordered come in the mail, so I figured I would share it with you. There's a couple of things that I got from Ipsy, and then I guess I placed 2 orders from Game Beauty. Let me find, okay. I was missing one of the brushes out of the set. I ordered something else and then something else. So yeah, let me just show you what I got. If that sounds interesting, stick around. If you're new, welcome. Make sure you subscribe if you're not already, and let's jump into the video. I feel like that intro is a little disjointed. It is 9:45 almost at night. Saturday before Easter. I'm a little bit tired, I think, but we're gonna power through. I'm trying to stay ahead of filming, so I figured I would come down and film this one while I was able to. So I have some stuff that I need to package to send to my friend, and let's just jump into it. This first thing, it came from Walmart. Finally, I ordered it a while ago. This is a replacement for, who makes this? I Envy. Oh, it's by Kiss. I was gonna say, I think it's like a popular lash brand, but this is the Super Strong Hold, and in black. I went through 1 tube of this already. I think this does make a difference. I've been using, let me pull it out because I have the caboodle right here, the Duo, and I don't dislike Duo. I definitely like, there's like a water bug, that one of those flying water bugs, it followed me from down upstairs. I like Duo. I definitely think the brush one is the way to go. I used to buy the squeezy tube years ago, but I definitely think that the Super Strong one is better. So I was finally able to get a replacement. My other tube that is in here needs to go in the garbage. So I got a backup of that. I think I got some more lashes. Let me grab a pack of the number 17 from Eyelure. These are one of my favorites. I do cut these a little bit to make them 3/4 because I don't like wearing full strip lashes anymore, but I like the 117s. These are the wispy light, so they're a little bit different than the regular 117, but I've been having a hard time finding a replacement of those. I lost the pair that I had, so this was as close as I could get. And then I finally, I ordered several weeks ago and it finally came in. Let's not lose that. Okay. And then I figured I would include this as part of the haul. This was a 4-pack. These are just empty. It's clear, obviously, but it's just a clear, empty acrylic compact. I have this blush from Sydney Grace, the pink one. These were all going to be decluttered. This blush, I realized, is from the Elvira palette from Lunatic Cosmetics. My empty shells from my palettes that I have are somewhere in the pantry that's downstairs. This house was set up to have 2 kitchens, so we're in the process of remodeling what would have been the pantry. There's a bunch of boxes and stuff in there, but I'm still looking for the palette, so I don't want to get rid of all of these things. These are Benefit. They were out of some sort of a face palette. I will rehome those eventually. This is going to go back. I'm going to put all of the eyeshadows that are in my single case plus the blush in those palettes whenever I find the cases. So long story short, I like this Sydney Grace blush. It came in a mystery bundle several years ago, and it's in the shade Stiletto, and it says Mystery 2022. So it's got the name and everything on it. It's a pretty good dupe, I think, for NARS's Orgasm. It's like a pink glowy blush. So my hope was that this was going to be the right size. Obviously it's not, and Sydney Grace doesn't sell little compacts for this anymore. I think she did years ago, and she does not. At least she doesn't have any on her website at this moment in time. She sells bigger Z palettes, but this never gets used because it's in this palette thing. So I'm going to break this apart and repress it into here because this will fit. This is pretty deep, and this is a lot more shallow. So even though the circumference is bigger, I think it'll fit in here. So that's what I'm going to do with that, because I think if it's in this, I will use it. And then I'm just going to probably write in permanent marker or something on the bottom what the name of it is. But my hope is to actually use it because I do like it. So it's really hard to find magnetic compacts that you can put pans in. I remember seeing them years ago. I have a really hard time. So my plan is to just break it apart and repress it into here. So I'm going to do that at some point. And again, I have 3 extra because it was a 4-pack. So this was the best that I could come up with as far as that. Yeah, I just couldn't find anything that was quite the right size. So it was really disappointing. Anyway, moving on. I have talked about how I love these Game Beauty brushes. And I got a set off of like BoxyCharm and Ipsy. And I think it was just 4. I was missing one of the brushes out of the set. If you watched my last haul, you saw that I got the other set. So I have all of them minus 1. Well, I ordered the 1 brush. I was missing E03, and it's just an angled brush. And I think because they were doing like a thing for Ipsy and BoxyCharm, because normally their brush sets are 5, I think it was just the 4. So I don't think I ever had this because I thought maybe I lost it, but I don't think I ever did. So I ordered the missing brush. So now I have all 10 from Game Beauty. I have them in a separate cup next on my table right here because I love them that much. I wanted to be able to find them. So they have really, they're lightweight. They're really nice handles. They're a fun color. I like the plum, but I want to say it's like 35 for 5. They were like this one was like 8 something, I think, but they're really good. Like I wouldn't mind getting a second set of the 1 through 5. That was what I had for, which is weird that I think it was just 4 brushes that I got. So yeah, I got the missing brush. So I have the complete set of their eyebrow. They're really good if you have the money to spend. I don't buy brushes often because I get so many in subscription boxes, and then I have had people send me some occasionally, but I really liked those enough that I bought the other set and the remaining one that I was missing. So I was really I really like them a lot. And we've talked about this before in videos. I do keep Kleenex in my sports bra because I never have pockets in most of my pants, and my nose is constantly running because my allergies are bad. I talked about my last haul that I was thinking about getting the green palette. This is the Adventure palette from Game Beauty. This was part of their like first series of palettes. I've heard their newer palettes, especially their monochromatic ones, are better, but this one was on sale. It was like 50% off, and then they were doing a deal where it was free shipping. So I went ahead and got it. So I think there's a pressed glitter in here, which I like pressed glitters, so that doesn't bother me, but I liked it enough that I wanted to pick it up before it was gone. It's probably going to be discontinued. I think they've done away with the pressed glitters. So, and I like the art on these. I think they're going away from these and just doing like regular palettes, which is kind of a bummer, and they come with the cute little card. I have the other card from the other palette that I got that's very like retro and 80s-ish over there. But yeah, I liked it enough that I decided to grab that while it was on sale and there was no shipping. Now, if you watched the mystery unboxing from Fantasy Cosmetica, you will have seen that I got the Warlock and the Rogue palettes, which I'm super excited. This was their Halloween release. So it looks like this. And then the Rogue palette looks like this. Really cool. And then I got some singles that I put in a little Baby Z palette, which actually are from the Bard palette. Now, I was going to go ahead and just order, what would that have been? 3, 4, 5, the missing 5 shadows. Yeah, that's right. That makes 9. Because I have part of the palette. but it was cheaper to buy the pre-made palette than it was to get the 5 singles individually. I think it's nice to have the option, like if you don't like any one particular palette as a whole and you want to customize and make your own, or I don't know if these come out super easy. Like if you break one, you could buy a replacement. I'm sure they do, but it was cheaper to get the palette. So I'm going to mail these. My friend Christine has Z palette, so she said she didn't need the Z palette because I told her I was going to give her one if she needed one, but I'm going to mail her these singles. I kept the packaging just in case I decided to do this, and I did. And then I'm going to send her a lip oil, and I kept the boxes, a lip oil and one of the lipsticks because she hasn't tried anything from this brand either. So, but here's the Barred palette. This is actually one of the palettes that I was considering purchasing before I got the mystery bundle, but you can see I ended up with the orange, the yellow, the green, and then this blue in the middle. What is it called? Legend. So I was missing this matte and then the shimmers, which the shimmers are more expensive than the mattes. So because of that, like I said, it was cheaper. This was like $35 and they were like 10. The shimmers were like $10 a piece. And the matte, I want to say, was like $5. So yeah, it was cheaper to buy the palette pre-made. So needless to say, I went that route because I was going to be good and just get the remaining singles and put them in here and just keep them in here. But like I said, it was cheaper. And then I used an influencer code, so I got some money off. So I have 3 palettes now from them. The other one that I'm looking at getting is the pink one. I couldn't tell you what it's called, but that's the other one that I'm interested in from the brand. But yeah, I've got my stuff here to get a package ready for her because I'm going to try and mail that sooner than later because I'm terrible. The other thing from Game Beauty that I got when I bought my missing brush is this is a highlighter, an Elemental Pearl. They came out with these when they did their like monochromatic series, which these palettes I've heard are really nice. And this is 04 Dendro, but this is the green one. Let me go grab my green highlighters that I have. My other Game Beauty palette, if you missed my last haul video, this is the Cyberpunk. And again, I like this packaging. Kind of sad that they went away, gotten away from this, but this is what the other palette that I got from them looks like. But their highlighters are really inexpensive. I want to say this was like $8, maybe. Like it wasn't $8 or $9, like it was under 10, I'm pretty sure. I've been on the hunt for a good green highlighter that's in stock because the problem I have is I have Laser Glazer from Kaleidos, but this was discontinued. It looks like this. It runs a little dark, but this is one of those, especially like with St. Patrick's Day-esque makeup or the right look, I think you can pull it off. And I'm able to wear it on my skin tone, but I have that one. And then the other green highlighter that I have that I really like is from the Alchemy palette from KVD when this was still Kat Von D. And again, this is also discontinued, and it is, what is it? Emerald? And I used to have one from Jeffree Star, but it was a mint highlighter, and I decluttered that just because I tend to reach for these two. Either use them alone or together if I'm going to use a green. So I've been on the hunt for a while for one that's available because I feel bad constantly showing things that are discontinued. Now, some of these things can be, I see this periodically on Poshmark, but I don't see these a lot. So Game Beauty, I will link them down below. Again, this was inexpensive, and the packaging is really like, it's a little bit bigger than this, but it's very sleek. Like, so it's minimal, it's light. And I actually have not swatched this yet. It looked really pretty when I saw people showcase it. So there is that. I like that. So there's how that stacks up. So we have, what is this called again? I already forgot. Dendro from Game Beauty. There's the one from the Alchemy palette, which like that's really stark because I got a really good swatch in there. And then the one from Kaleidos, but I'm happy that I have it. The only thing I wish they would have done an orange one. The only orange highlighter that I own is the one from Jeffree Star that came in the Halloween mystery box, and it's called Mystery, I think is what the name of that highlighter is. I don't know what it is. That is the only, and I Googled like orange highlighters. I have a blush lighter from Black Moon Cosmetics. I got one of their like lip and cheek things that they did last October, and I got the orange one, but that is definitely not a highlighter. Like that is a super pigmented glowy blush. Like that isn't, they were claiming that you could use it as a blush topper, use it as a highlighter. It's very pigmented. So Glamlight is supposed to be doing a Michael Myers like Halloween collection, I think, for Halloween, and I'm praying that there's an orange highlighter. Like we don't need another green highlighter as much as I like green highlighters, and I've been on the hunt, but if I swear to God, if they do a pink, all I'm seeing is like pink, blue, purple. They're probably going to do a green. Like we need an orange. Like the universe desperately needs an orange highlighter. Okay, so let's get into the last of the stuff. I got this from Ipsy. This was like an add-on, but it was like after the fact. So this is from Laura Geller. This is the Baked Balance and Brighten Powder Foundation. I got mine in golden medium. I've looked at this for a couple of months, and it's definitely cheaper to get it through Ipsy if you can get a shade that works than it is even with like a discount on Laura Geller's website. But I like these kind of powder foundations that you can buff into your skin, especially here in the summertime. I have one from Mary Kay, I think it is. And mine's old. I probably need to look into ordering a new one, but that one's nice because it's like dehydrated makeup. But I've heard that this Laura Geller stuff wears really well, so I finally picked this up. Like I said, I've been eyeballing this for a couple of months, so I finally got that. And then I got, this was like $7, so I threw this in. This is from Beauty Creations. I have a couple of their eye bases. I have a black one and a pink one. So this is That's So Rad. I really liked the color story on this. I'm on this like 80s color story kick. Like the Game Beauty one. I have one that I picked up from Lethal Cosmetics. There's quite a few, but it's really pretty. Are these pressed glitters? I haven't touched this at all. No, none of these are pressed glitters. These are just like thicker shimmers. So this is all shimmer, and then you got some pretty mattes. So for $7, I figured I would give it a try because like I said, I have some of their oh, that's pretty. I'm not upset about that. I've never tried anything else other than like some face products from Beauty Creation because we get them in the Eyescream beauty box sometimes. So I was curious about a palette. And for that price point, you can't be mad at it. And the last thing, and I apologize that this video is very rambly. It happens when I get tired. Oh, and then I have a setting spray too that I got from Ipsy. So this is the Coconut Mango. So I have some stuff from the brand, but now I have an eye palette. Gourmande girls advertised on Instagram that they were going to be retiring the nightshade. They had like 40 palettes left, and once those were gone, those were going to be gone. So I caved. I know I talked about when I bought the Haunted palette that I felt like I didn't need this because this is very purple heavy, but I felt compelled to get it because it's going to be discontinued and it's never coming back. So, I mean, never say never. It could come back at some point, but they would have to, you know, order new stock of it. But yeah, I liked it enough that I picked it up, and I did use a influencer code, so I did get some money off. But yeah, I decided to pick it up before it was gone. So now I have Spooked, Haunted. I bought the new neon one. I think I have like 5 palettes or 6 palettes now. I feel like I need to go get them now because now I don't know. You'll have to let me know if you want me to do a ranking because I definitely could. I have This was a collaboration with Cosmic Peaches. She is on Instagram. She does a lot of like really fun looks. This is the Power Palette. I got this from the Eyescream Beauty box. Really cool, grungy color story. I like the size of this too. It's a cute little 9-pan. Secret Grove came in an Eyescream Beauty box. Looks like that. Mine looks a little rough. This came cracked, but I was able to repress it. This was in an Eyescream Beauty bag for October. So this is Warriors Wear Pink. I'm just trying to see, who is this collaboration with? I always forget. And then Doodles by the Bunny designed all of their packaging. Oh, Serious Sodo. So I have that. And then we have Haunted. I love Haunted. I used Haunted a lot this year. I was really surprised. Spooked, which if you remember when I first talked about Spooked, I was not in love with their matte formula, but I found that a white base, especially a wetter white base, so I like my Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas, the white one, works really well with their formula. I get a really good color payoff, and I haven't had any issues since then, and I've always liked their shimmers, so definitely come around because, can I count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Yeah, so I have Spooked, and then this is the Nueva Vida Steph's Beauty Stash. I like it. The only thing that bugs me is that they're not all the same size. I have OCD, so that bothers me a lot, but really pretty, fun color story. And then now we have the Nightshade. And I am still looking at Silent Night, even though it looks like it's almost an identical color story to the Christmas Eve palette from Odin's Eye. And I am going to do a video about why we feel compelled to buy things that we already own, why that happens, because like I went back and forth with this one. Like, I don't need it. I own palettes. I showed them when I did that. I showed this one in my haul video, but I also did a video with palettes that I own with similar color stories. So, I mean, it happens. Like, I knew going in that I did not need this palette, but I felt compelled to buy it anyway. Why does that happen? So I was going to do a video where we talk about that. So that's coming up. And then, yeah, these ones came. These were all subscription boxes, which really awesome palettes. Part of the reason I like Eyescream Beauty so much is because they've included them and Wicked Widow Beauty, which is another one that I really like the stuff that I have from them. So it's a really good box. I will also link them down below. But yeah, I'm going to leave all of these here because I am going to probably do a ranking video at some point. But yeah, that is everything that I picked up. Let me know what you think. I apologize that this is kind of lengthy, but yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. Again, make sure you subscribe if you are not already, and hopefully I will see you all in another video, and I hope everybody had a wonderful Easter. Bye, everybody.